I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's times where I'll get bored. I'll be sitting there and I'm like, man, I'm just going to like Google a play I had and see if I can like find it on YouTube. Right. And the tough thing is, I'm going to date myself just a little bit. YouTube is big, but like people weren't using it in the same way that we do now. And the same thing, Twitter just started and all the type of stuff. Anyways, so Press Sports has started this like social network really for athletes, and it started kind of around baseball. So two former amateur baseball players, Conrad Cornell and Drew Williams, wanted to create really a platform for athletes to be able to post their highlights and really like throughout their careers. And obviously with new NIL and the ability to monetize off of it, they've now started to take off. They just got a $1.5 million raise, a seed, I believe a seed raise here for this app, which is pretty cool. It's like a TikTok with highlights of what you're doing within sports, right? And obviously you have Instagram for it, you have Twitter for it, but it'd be amazing to have one central place that you can do this. And so really cool what Press Sports is trying to do here, particularly in baseball, which is a sport that doesn't get covered in the same way, especially from a highlight perspective, that like a basketball or football does for the main three there. What do you think about this one?
No, I think this is really cool. And like you said, with a lot of players that are in college that don't have the same videography crew that, you know, the higher schools might have, and being able to package up their highlights and plays and, you know, have it search Google searchable by Google, or Bing. Let's not forget about Bing and Yahoo. Those are still out there. Those let's knock the dust off of those.
You know what? Strangely, I did an audit on Bing recently. Mm-hmm. I was dumbfounded to see how many people still use Bing as a search engine.
I had it set as my home screen on my last computer. Safari, and then I stopped using Safari, and then I was just on Google Chrome.
Well, that just seems.
I wanted to give some love to Bing because it just sits out there. It's like MySpace, you know. Everybody, you gotta show some love. MySpace was still the old MySpace, but it's just back there. It's still there, still running, still kicking. But yeah, no, I think this is cool, and I really want to see an update on how this is going to be run. Apologies there. Because when I was trying to read up a little bit more on it and, you know, how the highlights are going to be packaged, like, are you going to have to get the live cut video from your whatever was recorded and then do it yourself? Is it going to be packaged up so that it can be feeds and videos can be cut up by video departments, regardless of the size, like a lot easier so that, you know, Sterling, you have a good connect with somebody in the videography. And like, hey, can you just send me like a quick cut from, you know, second inning, my second at bat. Can you just send me all of that or whatever? And being able to package that. I'm trying to just think this out, but how are you going to be able to, players going to be able to package this up so they can make these highlights? Because they can't just have their phone out there, you know, in the same TikTok fashion, because that's how this feed is supposed to look. So that'll be just I'm just interested in that standpoint. But I like the initial idea and what they've already raised, which was $1.5 million, like you said. And yeah, it's really cool. It fills a void for a lot of these players that don't have the packaged highlights from random people on YouTube, like your Tavon Austin and the bigger names. Just threw that out there because he has the greatest highlight tape, I think, of a college player. It's electric, absolutely electric. Yes, I know Reggie Bush.
I was going to say, I think Reggie Bush.
The Tavon Austin tape, the way it was done, just ridiculous. But I like this.
Yeah, no, it's a great point, right? I think there's so many different ways now that practices are being recorded, games are being recorded. So yeah, I mean, it's a great point, right? There's probably going to be ways that athletes are going to have to secure some of their own video footage, but at least having a central place where they can post it and do different things with it is super cool. Again, you know. Like there was one play I made at Louisville, and I'm like, man, if I can just I've never seen it, so I was like, man, I want to see it. So yeah, really cool there. And again, shout out to what Press Sports is doing, and the two founders there, Conrad Cornell and Drew Williams.